Welcome to Gail's Garden Herbs and More. Wanted to talk about, at this particular time in my life, sometimes it changes a little bit. These particular herbs I'm going to be talking about are fantastic. I use them. They keep away colds and viruses and bacteria, and I mean, they are just amazing, and they have been working for me amazingly. Even for my little dog, I thought I hope that he doesn't have a reaction to this, but he needed some help. I give it to him in a little syringe type thing in his mouth, and his eyes look better, his whole body, I mean, just really helped him. He's a continual progress to keep him going, so he's healthier and stuff. But the main one that I use with my other tinctures, I will show you the bag. This is licorice root. This is a synergistic. It helps the other herbs to work better, even better. And it has its own benefits as well. Now, I have done some videos a long time ago on this individually and on others individually. I have videos on how to make my licorice root tincture, which I have some right here that I use. It's a 60-40 glycerin water, but I've changed up a little bit. I start with a little bit of my 80 proof. Most people that make your tinctures and stuff use vodka because it's very good for extracting. Like me, I don't drink, but for medicine, you only take a little bit. So it's a great extractor to extract the medicinal ingredients from your herbs. So anyway, what I'm doing now is slightly covering it with the vodka and letting it set for a few days. And then I do the 60-40 glycerin water, which is different than what I used to do. But anyway, I do have a video on when I was just doing the 60-40. The only thing different I'm doing right now is I do soak it in some vodka for a while. And that helps the tincture to last, have a longer shelf life as well. So because your glycerin water tinctures don't last as long as your full alcohol tinctures. Okay, so that is a little bit. If you want to know more about the licorice root and what it does and all of that, I have other videos on that. I am also growing it, which you can't see right now because it has died back, but I have showed that on some of my other videos as well. I just started growing it. And it will probably take me at least 3 years, maybe longer, before I actually get roots from what I'm growing. It takes a while. That's why I have been ordering it, but I'm trying to get it grown in case something happens and we no longer are able to import the roots or whatever. We can't get them or something. So I'm really trying to get that growing because it's very, very important. Now, probably the next in line, the licorice root goes with all of them, and probably the one I'm using the very most, which I'm also trying to grow, and it will probably take a few years till I get the roots for it, is my Chinese skullcap. Now, I used to grow the American skullcap. When I moved, I didn't bring that with me. It is a little different. It doesn't work quite the same. Looks almost identical, but it's a little different medicinal qualities between the Chinese skullcap and the American skullcap. But I am starting to grow some Chinese skullcap now. Same thing in case something happens and I can't order it anymore. But I have been ordering the tincture. Let me show you a bottle of that. Okay, I get this from Woodland Essence, and it's spelled Baikal, Baikal skullcap, which is also known as Chinese skullcap. Okay, but that's the type. This is amazing stuff. It not only helps to fight off the 2020 virus, but many, 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 many of them. And it also is really helped with bacterial infection in my gut, with my blockage and stuff that I deal with. So many things. This has helped my little dog. This has helped me. I love this stuff. And like I said, I am trying to grow it now too. But it's going to take a while as well. So that is probably the next. And then there's another one that I'm also growing that I've talked quite a bit about. And that's my Houttynia cordata tincture. I made this from my own plants. So I am growing it as well. I also have some that I had bought for when I was in, before I started making my own tinctures. So I have both online that I ordered and this that I made in my own, which I've been sharing with my family. Um, I take care of just myself and my family. I don't really want to give it out anywhere else because I am not a doctor or anything like that, and I don't want to get into trouble. So, no, but I'm hoping that you will learn from what I'm doing, get some ideas for yourself. If you really want some help, these are some of the major. I also use a few others, but these are my three major ones that really do help. Knock on wood, I have not had a cold or a virus since 2021 when I had the main one that's been going around. So I have problems that I've had all my life with my heart. I have problems with the blockage in my gut that I've had for many, many, many years. That's not something you catch. That's just physical problems that you deal with. But my herbs, my tinctures and stuff have helped to keep that down, keep the infections down and keep things in control. And I have talked about my heart tinctures and what I use for that and all of that kind of stuff in other videos. I may do some to update some. Sometimes I change a little bit or add another tincture with something or this or that. And I try to talk about those as I go along as well. But again, I am not a doctor. I can't tell you what to take or what to do for your problems. All I can do is tell you what I do. And the thing about herbs is some work differently for one person from one person to another. In general, they might, well, for instance, let's say valerian. I was just talking about this with my son Seth. He said when he takes it, it keeps him awake and, just kind of gets him up and going a little bit. Most people, it relaxes to go to sleep. Me, I'm weird. I never know. Sometimes I take it, relaxes me to sleep. Other times I take it and I can't go to sleep. I'm just all wound up and I want to get up and clean house or something in the middle of the night, So I never know how it's going to hit me. But you have to find out for yourself how things work for you. But in general, things will work a certain way, but it doesn't mean it works that way for everybody. So, and also a lot of herbs you have to take for a while to build it up in your system. Some of these that I showed you today, though, they seem to work pretty quickly. So, I just wanted to share a few of those things with you, just to give you some ideas of what I'm using. I have mentioned them in some past videos, but I wanted to talk a little bit about these in case you missed some of my other videos. Or maybe a few little changes here and there. Just want to keep sharing with you. And why? Because I want to help you come up with other ideas. And this is just kind of a log on what I do in life. If you want to keep up with me, we learn from each other. I watch various videos. I learn a lot from people. I learned how to make a different sort of a roost for building my chicken pen, which I showed in my last video. The way it's made, it's up off, there's not a ladder from the ground up, it's up off, but it's put in there a way so it saves room and I can get in the small area that I have to get between the egg boxes and the roost. So it was just a totally different way of doing a roost that I've not done before, and I really like it so far. It's working very well for them. But yeah, I try to share different things that I'm doing and learning, and we learn from each other. I learned that, and I can't remember who it was I learned it from. I watch a lot of different videos in the wintertime when I can't get out as much, especially up here. I watch more videos because I'm either watching videos, studying, researching, or reading something, Do a lot of Bible studies over the phone, by myself, at the church. There's just But I do a lot of video watching in the winter time because I can't get out quite as much to get as much done. As soon as I get my greenhouse up, though, if I can find someone to help me put that together, I'll be doing probably a lot more. I've got so much I want to be starting and working on right now, and I can't do it. I feel like I'm going to be late, you know. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Just, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope maybe you learned something from it or get an idea from it or are blessed in some way, because God has truly given us the keys. It was just hidden from us. Somebody took those keys and threw them in the bushes and a pile of dirt on top of it and grew a city on top of it, so to speak. I mean, they really hid those keys to our health, and that's about the best I can put it in trying to talk where they don't get mad at me here. So we have to find the keys ourselves and figure it out. But God gave it to us. We just have to use the brains that God gave us to figure it all out and get back to nature. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Lord bless. Bye-bye.